So I'm definitely very, what's the word I want? Concerned about making a proper vlog for Supernatural Saturday, because I plan on watching Doctor Who, Orphan Black, and the Nerdist. Probably won't review on the Nerdist because it's a talk show, but I'm coming prepared, so I don't forget anything. I had a pen, there's another pen, prepared now, and I probably will forget stuff when I finally do this, and even though I have it written down, doesn't mean I'm gonna read it, so here goes nothing. So I'm back. After watching Doctor Who, Orphan Black, and at least half of the Nerdist, I'm getting sleepy, so I am going to do this video and then probably go to bed, which would be probably, at least I hope it's not the length of the rest of the Nerdist. Hopefully I can catch it on demand. Anyway, see my paper? I wrote all over it. Let's see if I remember all the stuff that I want to say. Okay, let's start with Doctor Who. Okay, the Bells of St. John. I'm going to be looking down a lot because I have my notes. It is Series 7, Part 2. I have to say I love the intro. The intro is in the snowmen, and I really enjoy it, how it's really different. The colors and the tone and everything. So, yeah. What else? Looking at my stuff, and I can't say any of it because it's all spoilers, and I don't want to do that to you. Here's not a spoiler. In the beginning of the episode of Doctor Who, they had like the text on the screen. Reminded me a lot of Sherlock, BBC Sherlock. So if you kind of dig that, you'll see that in Doctor Who. I love that Clara is a flirt. She is a huge flirt with the Doctor. And it's funny that when she finally says Doctor Who, he takes this pleasure from hearing it, and it's so funny. I want to hear that more from him, saying, what? Say it again? Say it again? So, yeah. I was going to refer to the prequel a little bit, at least I wanted to. I wrote it down, referred to prequel. That if you haven't seen it, I'll throw it in the link below. You can also find it on the Doctor Who Tumblr, in one of their tags somewhere. It's pretty much not explaining, actually doesn't really explain anything. It's just kind of this little girl comes up to the Doctor, and he's on a swing set, and says, why are you sad? And he's like, well, I lost my friend. And then the little girl like walks away, and he's just kind of like, I wonder if I'm gonna find my friend again. So it's very short, and it's kind of like, what are you trying to do, Doctor? So I don't know if I had a point with that, but anyway, back to the episode. It's the Spoonheads. So the Spoonheads has to do with Wi-Fi. And it's funny because everybody has Wi-Fi. So if you have Wi-Fi, watch out. Their Spoonheads might be nearby. Luckily, I use a desktop, not a laptop, so I'm golden. Oh, among the commercials that they showed throughout the episode, they had like an insider look to the one of the specials they're going to be showing tomorrow, and I have a sneaky feeling that tomorrow they'll have a couple spoilers in it. The ones special they did while the Angels episode wasn't shown yet, or like halfway shown or something, there were spoilers in that, and I was freaking out because I'm not a big fan of spoilers while I'm watching it. Might be before, might be after kind of thing, but while I'm watching it, I want to be completely soaked into it. I don't want to have anything to do with anything else. So if you spoil it for me, I'll be very upset. So I was very kind of like, okay, I'm just afraid that in the insider looks that they'll give away more stuff than they really want to. One thing I do have to mention, Clara calls the TARDIS the snog box, or a snog box, and that term amuses me. You kind of see where the name Osmond comes in. That's a spoiler, but I'm not telling you anything else. And I have to mention, and this is kind of important, I felt this episode went by very, very fast. And by very fast, I mean the fact that it just kind of, can't say it abruptly ended, it was just like, okay, we're going along, we're cruising along, and look at the time, okay, it's like, you know, 15 after, 30 after, 45 after, and I'm like, is the problem gonna be solved? And then, of course, all of a sudden, it just kind of happens just like that, and you're like, what? I don't know, I kind of expected it not to be as fast. I don't know. I haven't watched Doctor Who since the Snowman episode, so, actually, that's a lie. I watched Angels Take Manhattan, half of it, and then I watched, well, the marathon that was going on, the Power of Three I watched the very, very end, and then Angels Take Manhattan before that, but only at least half. So, I mean, watching a complete episode is kind of, you know, like a boom, 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 boom. This one's kind of just, and then boom. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Orphan Black series premiere. I do like the intro. I'm not sure how I feel about the show originally, and then getting into it, I kind of feel it. Halfway through, I got interested in it with that. I do have to comment about the thing of, how would you feel if you found out that you had like a doppelganger, you had a clone, you had someone like a twin that looked exactly like you, and you were kind of like, what? Who's that? Like, you're very confused. If you were to take over their life, you know how different that would be? If you were, I mean, if you're not going to take over their life, okay, you can go about your business. Who is that person? You spend your life wondering. But if you happen to, like, you know, actually take over their life, I mean, I personally would be super paranoid. Like, I'd feel like, crap, someone's gonna find out. Oh, look, like, they have a boyfriend. Oh, they're gonna find out. Oh, this happens, you know. Like, all this stuff is, like, craziness. But I'm very intrigued now. Like, it kind of had, I think it kind of had a slow start in terms of following Doctor Who immediately. But after watching it, getting about 15-20 minutes into it, definitely intrigued for next week. I do have to comment real quick on the Nerdist. As long as I know who's going to be showing up, and as long as they put them between the beginning and the middle, not that, you know, 11 o'clock's so late for me, Eastern Standard Time, but unless there's something that I want to see, I do enjoy them, but you gotta get me with the guests. Gotta get me with the guests. Today they had the lead actor of Orphan Black. They had Matt Smith. They did a couple Matt Smith, Jenna, Louise Coleman, like, thingies. And they had Dominic Monaghan, who was really funny. I left him Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched his new show, Wild Things, but he kind of gave, like, oh, I did this because, and these characters, and whatever. So it's kind of funny how, like, they did that, and the new setup for the Nerdist is super awesome. So if you haven't watched the old Nerdist, the new Nerdist, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But I like the new studio setup, as random as that sounds. I did notice something though, which was really weird. You had the three guys doing the show, and then you had the first guest come on and they had 4 chairs, and then the 5th guest come on and they magically had 5 chairs. It was, like, really weird how, like, we have commercials and they're like, okay, quick, bring in a chair, no one's gonna know. Like, I don't know, it was just something I noticed. So yeah, like I said in the beginning of this, I'm sleepy. I'm only gonna make this one video. I'll put the links of when specific things are in the description, assuming it'll work. It'll be uploaded tomorrow, so you'll see this on Easter, not on Saturday when everything was premiered, so I'm sorry. So yeah, maybe next week I'll have something more structured in the sense of I'll have one and then the other and then the other. Probably not, due to the fact that they're all back to back and my brain can't function enough without writing something down, because I'm probably sure I forgot something even though I wrote it down on this piece of paper. because you know, you write something and then you write something and this way and that way, and it's all over the place. So just a couple little things. So there you go, and I'll see you guys later.